What's going on, everybody? It's Kmplxity, and I'm here with some bombshell information. If you haven't heard of the YouTuber Scarloy123, he's a Thomas the Tank Engine YouTuber who creates his own little narratives and voiceovers.
The big engines were annoyed. "What about the shunting, sir?" James protested. "I'm afraid you'll have to fetch your own trains again for a while."
He's also a former doctor over in North Carolina, and he is facing some charges of exploitation of a minor. An Alexander County man who is a doctor in residency in Forsyth County is facing charges after investigators allegedly found illicit images of children on his electronic devices. Alexander County Sheriff Chad Pinnell said that the investigators received a tip from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force regarding the distribution and possession of possible child pornography. Investigators traced the images to an IP address of a Charter Communications account belonging to Richard Dean Jordan, aka Scarloy123, of Isaac Creek Drive. Officers arrested Richard Dean Jordan, white male, age 31, of Bethlehem County, after a search warrant was executed on his property April 4th, 2025. The officers seized an iFamily camera and monitor, a Furbo dog camera. This man was using a dog camera to spy on children. That's insane. An iPhone and an iPad and a computer tower, according to the search warrant. Officers found multiple child pornographic images on Jordan's account. They also found recordings of females getting in and out of a shower while using the restroom, including an adult female family member. So nobody seems to be safe when it comes to this man. Jordan was charged with 4 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor and was placed under a $200,000 bond. A first court appearance on these charges was held on Monday, April 7th in Alexander County District Court. Jordan is a doctor in residency in the field of cytopathology at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center for 2025. According to the Wake Forest University School of Medicine listing bearings his name and photo on the college website. Now, this was published on April 9th, 2025, just a few days after his first court appearance. Like we've always said, when it comes to people who interact with minors on the daily basis or do things like Pokemon or, Minecraft, the people who have these communities that are just so vast with people under the age of 18, there's a microscope that they're under. There's a microscope in which they're looked at every single little thing that they do, especially males, and there's a reason for it. It's the same reason why a lot of the time, daycares don't hire male people to go ahead and be there or to take care of children. The statistics are what they are for a reason. Now, Richard Jordan here, he was a YouTuber with over 20,000 subscribers on the Scarloy YouTube channel. We have here another online news article from WHKY News. This was posted on April 14th. More sex offense charges filed against doctor from Hickory. Richard Dean Jordan, courtesy of Alexander County Sheriff's Office. The 31-year-old Richard Dean Jordan of Hickory has been charged with 1 count of first-degree sexual exploitation of a minor and 1 count of indecent liberties with the minor. Those charges were filed by the Alexander County Sheriff's Office on April 11th. Jordan was previously arrested on April 4th on 4 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor, as previously reported by WHKY. He also faces 7 counts of felony secret peeping in Idrill County, so this man was going around recording children, so there was an adult charge, but most part he was recording young kids in the bathroom. Sounds like it was that of a family member or of a friend's house, and was holding that illicit material on his own devices. Jordan has been listed as a doctor at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. The investigation will continue with assistance from North Carolina State Bureau of Investigations. More charges are possible. Well, considering this was only 5 days after the last article we just read, one would think that, there's more to come. Jordan remains in custody in Alexander County under a $595,000 bond. So he just went from $200,000 to almost $600,000. District court dates in Alexander County were scheduled for April 21st and May 5th, with an appearance in Idrill County coming up on July 7th. looks like they're going to be getting this on the way. Like, this doesn't seem like they're dragging their feet on this one. It's May now, and like they're saying, they're having district court dates are set for the 21st of next month and for May 5th. So it looks like they're really going after this guy. They're moving forward pretty quick. Doesn't seem like they're wasting any time whatsoever. Now, this news article from April 15th, which was updated on April 16th, is from the Fox 8 News. So, Winston-Salem doctor facing new charges of secret peeping after sexual exploitation arrest. Alexander County, NC, a man who worked for the Wake Forest University School of Medicine. So not only was this man he's a doctor, but he was a resident doctor. He was also working at a university, meaning he had more access to children. And it's despicable. It's despicable. Like, there's no excuses for this. This man needs to be put in front of a firing squad in Minecraft. Is facing new charges of secret peeping, according to the Iredell County Sheriff's Office. Richard Dean Jordan, 31, was taken into custody on Friday for 2 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor in Alexander County. On Tuesday, the Iredell County Sheriff's Office revealed that John was charged with 7 counts of felony secret peeping. The Sheriff's Office reports that the subject allegedly placed a hidden camera in the bathroom of a family member's home. Jordan was identified as a cytopathologist resident at the Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center on the Wake Forest University School of Medicine website. He received his license to practice medicine in 2023 and completed his residency in pathology in 2024 at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. The Wake Forest University School of Medicine provided the following statement when asked about Jordan's charges. The charges are a deep concern, and we are cooperating with law enforcement in their investigation. Once we were notified by law enforcement, we took immediate action to place him on an administrative leave per our policies. At this time, we have no reason to believe any of the alleged activities occurred in any of our facilities. We are unable to comment further due to the ongoing investigation. Jordan surrendered his medical license on April 10th, and as of right now, he is currently in custody. He's going to be under wraps. He's going to be arrested, or he was arrested. He's going to be in the jail until their next court hearing. I don't believe he's going to be able to make it out on bond, because if he does make it out on bond, you need 10% down, which would be $59,500. Entirely possible that he's going to maybe put his own home up, but don't know if this man has kids, don't know if this man is married. I don't know that situation there. But the simple fact that this person who was supposed to be treating people, saving people, helping people, doing good things for people, that makes zero sense as to why this is a thing. This is a disgusting sickness that's just rotting someone's brain from the inside out. The North Carolina Special Bureau of Investigation put out this tweet here. It says the Alexander County Sheriff's Office requested assistance from the North Carolina SBI in a sexual assault case. The Alexander County Sheriff's Office arrested Richard Dean Jordan, age 31, of Hickory on 4 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor on April 4th, 2025. On April 11, 2025, the Sheriff's Office charged Jordan with 1 count of first-degree sexual exploitation of a minor and 1 count of indecent liberties with a minor. Jordan was given a first court appearance on April 4th, 2025, and a total secure bond of $595,000. Jordan is also facing 7 counts of secret peeping in Iredell County. The investigation into Richard Jordan will continue, and more charges are possible in the future. This was posted on April 15th as well. So it seems as though, it looks like, he started out with 2 charges. It could also just simply be the fact that, hey, maybe they got it wrong, but it sounds as though he started out with 4 counts of first-degree sexual exploitation of a minor. Now, this was on April 9th. Here, we have it on April 15th of last month that he's getting a first-degree sexual exploitation of a minor, 1 count of first degree, 1 count of indecent liberties, and 7 counts of secret peeping. So it seems like they're wrestling with what they're going to be charging this man with. Most likely they're going to not plea out, but they're going to reduce some of the charges that maybe they don't have such a hard hard enough evidence for, and they're going for the hardest hitting charges in the beginning, which is why the 4 counts of first-degree sexual exploitation has now potentially been reduced to 1 count. Maybe they felt as though the other 3 counts, they weren't going to be able to hit that mark when it comes to the district attorney's office, but we will continue to see. It's just, I mean, the dude, he does not look happy. He looks mad. And you know what, buddy? Keep that energy for when you get tossed in there and you have to PC up for all the crazy shit. This is your family, dude. This is the family that you're supposed to protect, love, and care for, and you're setting up fucking cameras in their home. That is what I'm getting out of this. This is what seems to have been what they're doing. Now, we do have some videos here.
A former doctor at Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center has turned over his medical license after new allegations of secret peeping. Richard Jordan is charged with 7 counts of secret peeping in Iredell County. The sheriff's office says it was contacted by the Alexander County Sheriff's Office last week about the investigation. Authorities say Jordan...
So it sounds like he's a peeping Tom. This here was on April 15th. So according to our timeline, the 4th is when the charges were brought down. The 7th is when, or the 4th is when they were told about it. The 7th is when he was arrested for it. And I believe the 11th is when he turned over his medical license. So he was a peeping Tom in his family's home, setting up what seems to be cameras in the bathroom in order to spy on his nieces or nephews. Disgusting. Or young cousins, who knows exactly.
Hid a camera in a family member's bathroom. Jordan also faces charges of sexual exploitation of a minor and secret peeping in Alexander County. Wake Forest University School of Medicine officials say he was placed on administrative leave as soon as they learned of those allegations. Iredell County
is an insane situation. The people you're supposed to trust the most, who you're not supposed to be afraid of leaving your kids around, who are going to do anything to protect them, and this is what happens.
The officials say he surrendered his medical license on April 10th.
Absolutely disgusting. Winston-Salem doctor facing new charges of secret peeping after sexual exploitation arrest. This is the North Carolina News, April 15, 2025. This person is a disgrace. He's a 20,000 plus YouTuber who makes Thomas the Tank Engine narrative freaking commentary videos with tens of thousands of views on them. And maybe not tens of thousands, but thousands of views on them. And this right here, this is just like the Smash community. This is just like the Pokemon community, the ArtCC community, all of these areas where these freaking disgusting human beings lurk in. Yes, they're in the commentary community as well, but not nearly as much in these communities where their target audience is maxing out at like 15.
That's right, Alicia. Detectives here in Iredell County say they never would have started investigating the former doctor if it hadn't been for a tip they got from another county.
Hey, shout out to anybody who's doing who actually put this tip in. Listen, unlike Mama Mac, some people actually know how to run a tip off, gather some evidence, put it out there, and so shout out to the person who actually put this tip forward and getting this creep off the streets and out of YouTube.
Alexander County deputies first arrested Richard Dean Jordan, who was a licensed medical doctor at the time, on April 4th. Detectives say they got a cyber tip from the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force and charged Jordan with 4 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor. The sheriff says the charge is for either downloading or creating child pornography. Several days later, Alexander County Sheriff's deputies called Iredell County detectives.
He set up these cameras in a house that he was not living in.
I can't understand this. Like the planning, this was premeditated. He got the cameras. He decided to go to his family member's house with the intent of spying on these people. This absolute garbage, this disgusting excuse for a man is exactly the reason why so many people are terrified these days. Like, kids are supposed to be safe in their own home and with their family members, and here you have this fucking pedophile going in and leaving cameras within the bathrooms, man. Like, the fact of the matter is, you are a irredeemable piece of shit.
Troy Miller with the Iredell County Sheriff's Office says detectives found video cameras Jordan had placed in the bathroom at a house in Statesville.
The evidence we recovered showed that this started happening back in January. So
Jesus Christ, back in January, that's 5 months of this person creating, possibly distributing, but at least the very least creating CSAM material. God, and to think that maybe this isn't even his first victim or victims.
2 months, he had been secretly peeping on these family members without their knowledge. So yeah, it was, I'm sure, quite a shock to those family members when they found out this was going on.
The Iredell County Sheriff's Office arrested Jordan on 7 counts of felony secret peeping. And on April 11th, Alexander County charged Jordan with more internet crimes against children charges. Online records show Jordan became licensed as a medical doctor in December of 2023, and he had admitting privileges at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center, and he voluntarily surrendered his license on April 10th.
Dude, to think that you went through all of that, you went through the whole process of getting your medical license, and only a couple of days later to be ousted like this, dude. You ruined your life. You ruined these people's lives. You ruined their trust. You destroyed the sanctity of their home. It's hard enough as it is now. Like, we have people who are, we have the whole Airbnb situation of homeowners leaving behind cameras in an effort to be peeping toms themselves. But that is a situation in which it's one stranger doing it to another. It's not wrong, or it's not better. And here we have, though, a family member breaking that trust. Somebody who is supposed to you're supposed to be safe with. I, unfortunately, with the way it's sounding right now, haven't looked at the actual litigation here, but the 7 counts of indecent peeping it sounds like a handful of months type of charge. It does not sound like this is something that he's going to get years for. However, the primary charge definitely sounds like maybe a 3 to 5. Would have to look into it more.
Less than a week after his first arrest. Now, we just got this statement this afternoon from Wake Forest University School of Medicine in Winston-Salem. Part of it says, quote, "The charges are of deep concern, and at this time, we have no reason to believe any of the alleged activities occurred in our facilities." Now, Wake Forest University School of Medicine says once they got in touch with law enforcement and they were notified of Jordan's arrest, they ended up putting him on administrative leave. And then last Friday, his employment was ended, they say. And the Alexander County Sheriff tells me that detectives are still going through some of Jordan's devices, and there could be more charges coming in this.
Good. Find everything. Put this person under the jail. And this is the reason that I dislike this. I hate the fact that PC is allowed simply due to the fact that these people are targeted, right? Like, you have child predators who are given PC, which, for those of you who don't know, it's protective custody in jail because they are a target. Fuck that. They targeted the most vulnerable of our society, children, and they should have the same target on their back. That's me. I don't care if you disagree with me. It is what it is. I do not believe they should be afforded special treatment just simply because they're a disgusting human being. Not even a human being. They're just a disgusting, useless waste of life. And if you disagree with me, you disagree with me. It is what it is. But to know that this person openly was a doctor at a school, nonetheless, okay? He was at a fucking school. and to be making children's content on YouTube. It's just a tale as old as time. These people seek out these communities in an effort to be there, so that way they can blend in with all the rest of them and do what they do best. This is why it's important to stay ever vigilant with anybody that is like this. Obviously, it's easy to say that retrospectively, but when people make it their entire, like their goal oriented to be in these children's spaces, they need to be under a much bigger microscope than others, in my personal opinion. It just seems as though this is always something right around the corner, always happening. YouTubers who put themselves into these types of communities in an effort to get closer. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. But those are my thoughts, guys. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. I'm sure this doesn't come as a surprise to most people. Maybe a surprise to the person, but not a surprise of it at all. I don't see this as surprising. Don't even know the YouTuber or anything like that. But what I do know is that people who put themselves into these types of communities generally have two goals. Or they are goal-oriented in one of two ways. One, it's something that they truly desire, something that they're very happy about, and something that they like to do and to bring smiles to kids and stuff of that nature. Or two, they're fucking freaks. And unfortunately, the coin flip on that one, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I'd have to say a lot of it is they're just fucking weirdos. If you guys disagree with me, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. If you agree, all the same. This is an unfortunate situation, and I feel terrible for the family.
Chaos brews inside the room. Voices of contention blooms. The king's eyes filled with boiling rage. Zeph steps up to the high stage. Explode the silence, break the chains. Never been a better name in the game. In this blood cast fiery flame, words like bullets in your brain.